We're now going to consider bad strategies that can be eliminated. It turns out when some games are complicated, there are no definitely good strategies, either dominant or weakly dominant strategies. And so what you do in that case is you start, instead of looking for something that you do want, you start to eliminate things you don't want. And it turns out, we're going to find out that eliminating the things you don't want is going to help you solve the game. It's going to make the game smaller, narrow your choices, and that'll help you to find the dominance solution. So here's an example. Here's two companies. They control a large share of the Australian supermarket market. And in January of next year, they are each planning to open a new store. So simultaneously, that's the important thing. I give you the strategic or normal form of this game and ask you to solve it. So this is simpler than a homework or an exam problem for you, but it's just like a warm-up. So in this problem, if you were Woolworth trying to figure out which row you should choose, you'd have a problem, because if you compare the first row to the second one, you see if Kohl's picks the first column, then the first row is better, but if Kohl's were to pick the second column, then the second row would be better. That neither of these two rows is dominant over the other one, and so you're stuck. What should you do? Well, the answer is put yourself in the position of your other player, your opponent, maybe if you're at odds with them, or your ally if you're aligned with them. We'll talk about those issues later. But the other player could either be someone you benefit from or someone that you're hurt by. For the other player choosing the columns, you can see that 3 compared with 4, 3 is less, and 1 compared with 2, that 1 is less, so that this first column is actually worse. It's dominated by the second column. So you're not going to choose this first column. And what I'm going to do in these lectures, if you're not going to choose something, I'm just going to gray it out. So this first column, now go ahead and eliminate that. That helps the row chooser to figure out, well, if I know for sure this column is not going to be chosen, it's going to be this column, I am definitely going to choose this second row. So this is our dominant solution in this case, is that Woolworth picks King's Cross and Kohl's picks King's Cross. That is the dominance solution.